Unfortunately, the present accusations I am facing, of which I am innocent and will prove so, will not allow me to have that type of dialogue and debate with political opponents that have already made it the cornerstone of their campaign. New Jerseyans deserve better than that. You deserve to hear from those who wish to represent you about what they would do for you and your families in the future. Therefore, I will not file for the Democratic primary this June. I am hopeful that my exoneration will take place this summer and allow me to pursue my candidacy as an independent Democrat in the general election. I know many of you are hurt and disappointed in me with the accusations I'm facing. Believe me, I am disappointed at the false accusations as well. All I can ask of you is to withhold judgment until justice takes place.
Here is a reminder of his charges. Menendez is facing bribery charges for allegedly taking steps to benefit the governments of Egypt and Qatar and help several New Jersey businessmen, and receiving in exchange gold bars, cash, a luxury car, and Formula One Grand Prix tickets. Menendez pleaded not guilty last year to a charge alleging he conspired to act as a foreign agent of Egypt. In January, federal prosecutors alleged in a superseding indictment that Menendez accepted gifts from Qatar as part of a years-long corruption scheme, with the Gulf nation joining Egypt as another foreign country the New Jersey Democrat is accused of helping while in office. This is not the first time he has been charged with corruption. In 2015, he was indicted on federal corruption charges and accused of using the influence of his office to advance the business interests of a longtime friend and political supporter in exchange for luxury gifts, lavish vacations, and more than $750,000 in campaign donations. The case resulted in a hung jury, and prosecutors decided not to retry him. Now, why is he really running as an independent? Obviously, because he's worried he would lose. Take a look at the polling. 74% among New Jersey voters disapprove of Bob Menendez, while only 16% approve. And that polling about their opinions, polling of opinions of his legal troubles, of his 2023 indictment, 75% think he is probably guilty. 63% say he should resign now. I mean, Brett, this irks me because this is just a blatant example of corruption in politics and somebody refusing to let go of their position. There's also an element of running as an independent, potentially playing spoiler in a Senate race where the map is already really tight and really difficult, and there's a tiny sliver of an advantage for Democrats in the Senate, and who knows what it's going to look like. They may end up losing a state like, oh God, I don't even know, Maryland. I think Maryland is, Larry Hogan is now
Hogan's
polling double digits ahead of the Democrat, David Trone.
Yeah, I hate it when Democrats end up running as an independent. That's why I hate Bernie Sanders. So wait a minute. So I can't 100. You like for that. This is where you like have to ask yourself what you're being a hypocrite about. I should let the justice system kind of take care of things. I did, and it was a hung jury, and so they didn't. Not everybody came back and was like Menendez evil, right? So I have to look at the process as it played out. I got to have faith in the system. He is not convicted of these crimes. So where does that leave me? Well, that leaves people looking at it and going like, all right, maybe he wasn't. I think the vast majority of people look at it and go like, he wasn't convicted, but man, this sure doesn't look good. Like, come on, buddy. I think there's a little bit of culturalism against Bob Menendez. If you know any Cubans, they have tons of bullion. Most Cubans in America think that the entire financial system is going to collapse and communists are going to take over. So I'm not mad at him for having gold bars in his walls. Half the Cubans I know have gold bars in their walls. I'm sorry. So I think that's weird. But at the end of the day, a lot of people like, it doesn't look good, man. And how does he act after all of this happens? Well, the results of his actions make it so that it's less likely that the values he espouses will have an upper hand in America. And that is where the proof lies. The proof is that the guy is acting in this way It's all about him. He's wildly selfish. This isn't for the benefit of the good people of New Jersey. This isn't for the benefit of the good people of America. This guy's mad that it didn't go well for him. And he's spitefully trying to take it out on all of us. And he's leaving the people he said he cares about most, up a creek.
Well, those were our garbage people, but 49,000 of you have voted, and here's who you picked. Coming in at 5th place with 8% of the vote, you have Elon Musk for canceling Don Lemon's show on X, the everything app. In 4th place at 9%, you have Fox News for resorting to sponsored prayers. 3rd place at 11%, you have Lauren Boebert for bragging about money for her district after she voted against it. 2nd place, 17%, Ben Shapiro for saying you shouldn't retire at 65. And your garbage person of the week with 54% of the vote is Donald Trump for saying Jewish people should be ashamed for voting for Democrats. Wah, 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 wah. How excited are you about that, Brett?
Love it. And I think that's right. Jewish people are ashamed of ourselves anyway, all the time. So Trump, you're not going to point out a new way we should be ashamed of ourselves.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.